Alrighty, we are back. So yeah, we're just been talking a lot about Solomon, and yeah, I think you kind of answered some of the questions that we were just kind of discussing, which was what was something that you really enjoy, and what would you like to expand upon more in the foreseeable future when it comes to Solomon?
I don't want to give away spoilers. I
Yeah,
will
exactly.
say that there is a relationship between two characters that I pitched really early on that Robert agreed to. And expanding on that is maybe my favorite thing ever. But it's definitely one of it was just a thing that I was reading Robert's script. I went, "Hey, I don't know if this is intentional, but I feel like this moment here provides a lot of chemistry." Um, and Robert was like, "It was not intentional, but I like where your head's at." And I got to weasel in my little story. So working on that, if we hopefully get a season two, there will be more room for that and exploring the characters' relationships with each other. Um, that's something I can say without being too spoilery. I think I feel like that's appropriate.
Yeah, it is appropriate, and I just realized our names are incorrect, so let's do that real quickly.
No, I'm Dustin Parsons again.
Yeah,
I'm
my, yeah,
I'm
big whoop.
using my partner's computer because he has all the nice recording equipment. So outing myself as the one who does not have the nice microphone for
I
all
mean,
of
it
the world to know.
still sounds great, you know, and
Oh, this
hey,
is the nice microphone. Yeah.
yeah, hey, yeah. Yeah, but looky here, live podcast. Big whoop. So, yeah, what would you say so far is your favorite aspect about this series? Because you said world building, character, collab, spill the beans. Let's do it.
My favorite thing that I've gotten to bring to the series is that first mini game. When you guys see the first mini game, you can just know it was my twisted broken brain. Um,
And some of
but
mine. Yeah.
yes. You also had to
Both of us.
no, I don't think you even stopped me from doing anything twisted. I don't
No,
think.
because like I remember
You
pitching
were on
one and
board with
then
it.
you expanded on that. So it was really a case of both me and you, but the first one
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. I
That
got
was
it.
I that's
That's
my
your
twisted little
twisted
baby.
conundrum.
And then I what else is my favorite? Friggin' just Haley hating everything. It's so fun. It's just so fun for to be able to have a character in the script actively be like, "Well, that's stupid." Whenever it gives us the ability to have William just say and do things and Haley sit there and be like, "You're ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is a horror movie and we should leave." And having someone with that sort of awareness and being able to write someone with that sort of awareness is so fun.
I know, yeah, because you have William who is kind of like an introvert, and then Haley who is like ultra introvert.
Hmm.
So just seeing it's like kind of having these two voices of reason, and then you just have these two chill kind of extroverts. So that's why just pairing all of them together, it's so fun. And I know it's a lot of fun writing it on paper, but it's like, boy, man, this is why I am ecstatic to work with the cast now that we've
Hmm.
made the announcements and everything. They're gonna just
Hmm.
really raise it up. Like we already have like a very ambitious high standard, but it's like they're just gonna to give take these bring life and breathe some air into our skeleton scripts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I love that. Yeah, it's like we're pumping blood into a skeleton.
Yeah,
Um,
exactamundo.
yeah, if I can't make a terrible, terrifying horror reference, what even am I doing, you know?
I mean, I included some myself.
No, yeah, I'm like, oh, you said a thing about skeletons. Let's really live in that. Um,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's so fun to work on, and I just know they're gonna bring so much to it, and then with the animation of it. I'm gonna be a proud co-step parent of this
Yeah,
little
I'm gonna be a
baby.
proud daddy, and you're probably gonna be like a proud step.
Weird step uncle who's like really involved or something. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm in there in some capacity.
Like,
Um
look, if we do take this in a goofy direction, I probably would have just added a lot of skeleton bone puns. So
it's
that way
nothing
people will
to
have a bone to pick with me afterwards.
it.
But
Yeah, I
enough of
think
my sans cringe. Yeah.
hey, they're all high schoolers. High schoolers are internally innately cringe.
My
Um
headcanon is I bet before they got to the shrine, they probably must have played a lot of Undertale. Just going through the. If you played Undertale, you know exactly. Like, for those that are familiar with it. If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to
mm,
say about it.
I have not, but I believe Haley has for sure.
Yeah, Haley would be the Undertale kind of boy.
Yeah. She's like, this is
Gamer.
bad, and I know why this is bad.
I mean, she is a gamer, so
She's our gamer
she's
girly.
our gamer girly, yeah.
We love her.
Yeah. And how would you say working on this project helped you gain a better vision of how we work so well as a team? And we've shared a little bit of our writing process, but how would you say
Mhm.
that it also helped getting to know more about, my, writing process mentality
Yeah.
and just really collaborating with you with your own ideas and just putting it out for the world to see
Yeah.
soon?
You're a very a giving person to edit for. I find like whenever I get brought on as an editor for a project, I kind of give this little disclaimer that's like, "Hey, I'm very blunt. I will not always say the things that are good. I will always say the things that need work. And like my job is to come in and tear it apart." And you were very, very receptive to that.
It's like,
And
please, please do. Yeah,
yeah,
I remember our first meeting. You were like, oh, yeah, I'm probably going to be very, very blunt with you, just so you know. And I'm like, please do. Look,
yeah.
anything, just tear it apart.
Yeah, and because it's not like I mean, writing is innately very personal, but it's like it's about making the project the best it can be.
Exactly.
And I think our ability to pivot off of each other and to take one big idea and refine and tweak until it works within the world has been really, really helpful and just good. It's That's something that I think has made a working together very successful. Is that give and take?
Yeah, because I'm always receptive to ideas, but if there's something that does not work, say it.
Hmm.
Don't
Yeah,
spray
like
it.
I'll say at one point I pitched, I was like, "Hey, what if William kills this guy?" And
Oh,
Robert was like,
yeah.
"Hey, no." I was like, that's fair enough. I'm like,
Because I
fair
did,
enough.
like in some original drafts, I did because I wanted the ultimate idea that I had in mind was that look, they went down this dark road. They kind of caused their own destruction. They
Hmm.
kind of brought their own demise. But yeah, and I think that kind of is like a moral code with his character. It's like, or if you want to go with the Batman route where he doesn't really kill his enemies unless anything drastic happens or what have you.
Hmm.
But it's kind of like, look, how would they want to defeat this person without resorting to murder? But
Yeah,
yeah, so
and
it just kind of
bringing
becomes a game. Yeah, and I also like having characters that are just opposing, like complete opposites. Maybe there's one point where they might be in opposition against each other.
mm,
Question mark? Question
who's to
mark?
say?
Yeah, who's to
Um,
say? Yeah.
yeah, I think you pulling me back when I'm like, "Hey, what if we just did this crazy thing?" And you being like, "Hey,
And I'm
maybe
like,
let's not."
yeah. Or no, like maybe we can do this instead as
Yeah.
an alternate. Or if there's an
Hmm.
idea that I pitch, because sometimes I can have like a rough idea of something, or I could just come up with something that is really fun. Because a
Hmm.
lot of the stuff that they do is like really traumatizing. So what if there's something that
Yeah.
is like, really fun, like just change up the pace a bit, and we could probably work a way around it to make it scary. Because that's what we
No,
do
like there
best.
was
Yeah.
specifically, there was a game, and I'll be vague about it because spoilers. There was a
Yeah.
game concept you had pitched me about essentially what you wanted them to get out of the game.
Mm,
And then it became my job to make that work within the
yeah.
world.
That's kind of how most of the writing process work goes anyway. You have an
Yeah.
idea, you come up with something, and then you hand me the rough, and then I'll try to figure out how it's gonna be fit cohesively into the world, but it doesn't really take long anyways, because
Yeah.
drafting, it's really not too difficult for us. It's like you have somebody else to polish and, just, you know, clean it up a little bit, and then boom, it just becomes a work, cinema, work of art. That's pretty much
Yeah,
this whole process in a nutshell.
it's been collaborative writing is very fun.
Exactly.
Um, and I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot of both of us in the script
Yeah.
in
There's
uh uh
yeah, two of us
it,
entirely.
we make you it makes we make each other better with it.
Yeah.
Um, I feel
And it makes us
in my
better
humble
performers.
opinion,
Yeah.
yeah, in my humble opinion, it's really good. So you should watch it when it comes out.
Yeah, be sure to watch episode one when it comes out, probably sometime in the fall. I don't have a release date because Lord knows I do a release date and I'm like,
Then
deadline.
you're racing, yeah.
Yeah, racing
But I
for the
mean,
deadline. Yeah.
we've got time. You want to make
Yeah,
it as good as
it's,
possible.
I mean, like, look, it's the beginning of June and it's not for like, what, 5 months away? So we still got time.
Yeah.
But speaking of June,
June.
yeah. Well, yeah, like happy Juneteenth, Pride, whichever celebration is happening this month. Like, there's a lot
Both,
that is going on in
all,
June.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess for you, since I'm more acquainted with Juneteenth because, Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, but for
Mhm.
you, since it's, Pride Month and everything, so as a
Yeah.
genderqueer either or,
I prefer
actor,
actor, yeah.
yeah. How would you say finding your own identity was a major pivotal moment in your life and how you approach, or just how you approach life in general, with creative
Yeah.
and
Oh
personal?
boy. Um,
Yeah.
there
I'm
were
asking
there
the
were
deep questions
signs.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the real talk.
Yeah,
Um,
real TED Talk moment.
the real TikTok. No, there were signs when I was little. There were like certain articles of clothing I would like, or I like to shove all of my hair up in a beanie and like pretend I was a boy, and like that aged kind of funny. It was like, oh, okay, maybe gender is more of a construct for me. It's been huge in my like acting writing journey. Because I feel like there are not a lot of things written for women. And even if there are female characters and stuff, typically they're written by men and to be used in the service of the men. So as someone who like was raised and socialized as a woman, I'm a massive feminist. Um, and it getting to kind of make sure that those characters are written with the same care as male characters are has been huge for me. And then, I mean, as a gender nonconforming and gender queer actor, it all comes down to it's not about their gender, it's about the fact that they're people. And being able to approach all types of characters as not just men or women, but as people, I think is something that I know myself and many other non-binary artists kind of really enjoy bringing to the table. Because it makes better characters. Not only is it like gender affirming and it's closer to real life, it just makes the work better. Um, and I've really loved once figuring that out about myself, kind of bringing that into the work that I do to keep it kind of work focused.
One other important aspect that I should bring up real quick when it comes to writing
Mm,
for Solomon Shrine is I really wanted to write a diverse cast with different,
mm,
I how can I put this? With sexualities, with different races and genders, because like everybody is totally unique and has their own stories to share. And I really wanted to reflect that with the cast, the crew, and just everybody that I'm working with because I really wanted to write a story that is like very diverse for all ages,
mhm.
all groups, and just for everyone in general. And it's a safe space. So we don't have no time for no hate or discrimination or bigotry
Yeah.
all up in this house, especially not this
No.
month. Nah.
No. And I think the two of us, we bring different stuff to the table that allows all of that to be authentic. Because, like,
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, I know a lot about the queer experience and about like women's experiences and stuff, but there are things that like I cannot, as like a super, super white person, like I can't relate or understand to. I can do the best that I can as an ally, but like there are certain stories that are not mine to tell. Um, and that's where like us being a diverse writing team and having a diverse cast is so important.
Amen. And since we're in June, what is the best piece of advice you have for the LGBTQ communities going through a very difficult season, right? I mean, just if
Yeah.
whenever they go through very difficult seasons in general, but especially nowadays with, all
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
chaos and just being in a huge mess that we're in right now in this country. So,
Yeah.
what is something that you wanted to give to all those that could really use pick me up? Yeah,
Yeah.
mental
I mean,
health.
it's a really hard time
It's a
to be
big one.
queer. But it has always been a really hard time to be queer, and queer people have always persisted. And that's at the end of the day, no matter what happens, LGBTQ people will still be here, will still be valid. And there will always be someone that loves and respects and cares for you. I mean, I'm a queer person living in the state of Texas, and I have found so many other wonderful queer people and other people that are just allies. Like the community is there even if you don't think it is. Um, and to lean on your community is going to be, in my opinion, as a 26-year-old who knows nothing, that's the most helpful thing for me.
Yeah. Something that has really helped me along the way, and I'm so LA has a very strong community that is able to lift each other
Mm-hmm.
up in times of crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for LGBTQ, but for BIPOC, like African Americans, Black, you know, because yeah. And I just got a not so fun reminder about George Floyd's murder back in 2020, so it just really brings to mind of how so much racism and hatred is discrimination that is just being spread out everywhere. And especially during a time where it just feels like it is growing and multiplying even more than ever when it comes to our government or just what's happening around the world. I mean, like, not to go too much about our current President Trump, but it's like, it's just giving a really grim message that people of power that have done really horrible things are managing, and they're still continuing to do shady stuff and continue to get away with their crimes and actions. So, what do we do about it? We create, we make our voices heard. We cry, we laugh, we rage, and trust me, those are all therapeutic. But we can do what we can do just raising each other up and just being the voices, being loud about it is something that is just so very much a part of me. Like I was raised as like look, as African American, I was of course I've dealt with bullying, racism and everything else, but what how do I don't want to say I coped with it, but how do I push through these adversities, through these hard times? I I just write and make stuff, man. I voice act, I draw, I pretty much wear a different hat, every
Mm-hmm.
so often. But at the end of the day, we're not really going anywhere. Like as a month, as we reflect on those that we've lost and those that are just that are suffering right now, my heart stands strongly with all of y'all. And to my fellow brothers and sisters, we will unite and we will not let, murders like George Floyd or any terrible tragedy like this,
Yeah.
trans, all this stuff. We will not let them just go and just be swept under the rug. That's pretty
Yeah.
much what I have to say about it.
Yeah, and I mean, just to speak as a representative of all queer people,
Yeah.
but like pride is intersectional and pride would not be possible without black and brown trans women and men. They're
Yeah.
like the steerhead of the movement. And like all of us, it's so we have to help each other like we have to. And I think it's really important for people from diverse backgrounds to be creating art because I know it can feel a little discouraging in a time like right now. I'm like, wow, am I really an actor when the world's on fire? Like I I could be a doctor or a lawyer doing something that feels bigger, but it is big to create meaningful art and to put that out into the world. And I know that people will see this and will see aspects of themselves in this. Um, and that's important, whether or not, I mean, we're not making any like overtly political statements. We're just showing people being people. Um, and I think that's huge.
Yeah. The part of the one scripture that I will say, it's how evil prevails when the good do nothing. I think we're
Mm.
pretty much in these times, and I'm not saying, oh, we're in the end times revelation, which I know that someday it might be is coming. So I'm not to be that, fearing, Christian that it's like, oh, the end times are coming. It's the book of Revelation is already here, but we gotta be aware, and we really do need to be. I mean, I'm not ignoring of what's been happening around the world, but at the end of the day, we we're pretty much doing. I think I just keep getting reminded of that one Boondocks quote or clip where they're just talking about, Dad, what do you do when it feels like when you can't do anything? Just do what you do best or something. I might be misquoting it, but yeah, I just think back
Oh,
to that
yeah.
moment from the Boondocks where they're just tired, man. And that just moment just resonated to me. Now, I haven't really watched like all of Boondocks, but that one moment just really just it hit me. And if you find a piece of media that is able to speak to you on a personal level and you want to share it with others, you're doing something right. And I mean it. So, and I say it with you, and I'm not specifically only just talking about you. I mean, you are on my show, so I gotta say you inspire me as well. So, I also want to
Stop.
thank everybody that has been on here that have told their own unique stories and experiences and share their art and is able to make at least one person smile after such a hard, rough, traumatic time in their lives. You just have no idea. So, my one last question that I have for you is if you were to give advice to younger Kayla about finding their unique voice, what would you say to them and why?
I would probably say it's okay that you're weird. It's okay that you're weird. And I mean, I was bullied in school. I was
I think we all
ostracized a
kind
lot.
of were.
Yeah, all like
Yeah.
creatives. Yeah. And like I have people now that are like, "Oh, you do this? That's so cool." And I'll be like, "Yeah, I was really popular in high school." And they'll be like, "I bet you were." And I was like, "No, sorry. That was sarcasm. I was bullied." Um and like the weird kids, you grow up cool. Like you're allowed to be weird and then one day people will recognize that weirdness for what it is, which is creativity, and out of the box thinking. And that's okay. You can be into whatever stuff it is you're into. One day that will become the thing that makes you great. Um,
Yeah. I mean, just look at
yeah.
all this video, Sonic, all these posters I got behind me, and I know that you kind of got like a little neon something light,
It's a little
like
planet.
planet.
It's just nice. This is our
Yeah,
our
blue.
quasi-professional recording setup,
Yeah,
but all
mine
my
sits
all
right
my
behind
nerd
me.
stuff is
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah, all the nerd stuff. We'll probably, yeah, we shall see it eventually in the future. And same with me, because I got stuff everywhere that I haven't even touched upon. So yeah. Also, I think that's part of the reason why we just love doing this every single day.
Mhm.
We get to wake up. We're just blessed and grateful and fortunate that we have a roof over our heads, beds, food, drink. What more can we really ask for? We're just,
Yeah.
wow, I can't believe we're doing this. This is so awesome.
We're
God is so
extremely
good.
lucky. We're
Lucky,
so
yes.
very lucky to get to put any time and energy into doing the thing that we love to do.
Amen
Um
to that, sister. Amen
and
to
excited
that.
for y'all to see it slash hear
Exactly.
it slash just fucking I just said a curse word.
Well,
I said I
there
wouldn't.
we go.
I
One
said
F
I
bomb.
wouldn't. I did so well.
That's it. I'm
But
done. Good night.
no, just excited for y'all to see the world that we're building and for me not to curse anymore.
Hmm. Well,
Ever.
never say never.
Will bleep me,
Anyway,
right?
only time will tell if or
Uh,
when we ever do a potential sequel, follow. Yeah, I'm just kind of mumbling at this point, but yeah, share any final thoughts or advice to close out this interview and plug your socials' upcoming projects. Self promo
nice.
time.
Yeah, my social on everything is just at Kayla Temshiv, KaylaTemshiv. Um, I'm the only one. If you see a Kayla Temshiv, it's me. Definitely watch the beginning after the end, streaming on Crunchyroll. It's so good. It makes my little frozen heart melt. I have more things I'd love to plug, but can't yet. So if you follow me on social media, I will let you know when I can say things. And yeah, just thank you to Robert for having me. And I'm excited for everyone to see Solomon Shrine.
Yep, amen. Yeah, it's gonna be a real treat for those of you who are into, horror, mystery. I mean, I will say, if you grew up with Scooby-Doo, Gravity Falls, Courage the Cowardly
Hmm.
Dog, this is it's gonna be for you. Or if you
Hmm.
binge Netflix, have at it. But
Yes.
yeah, I think we've discussed advice. Oh yeah, like what's your last piece of, I guess, sage wisdom advice that you want to close us out on for today?
Um, be nice. Be nice to everyone. Um, if you want, I mean, this is industry advice is just be nice to people. It costs nothing to be nice to people. And if you're mean, people won't want to work with you. But also be nice because the world could use nice people, and it doesn't cost anything to be nice to people. So please be
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah. Just also want to give a shout out once again to Dustin, who is here in spirit. He couldn't be here today. I'm sad. But next time,
Busy bee.
Dustin. Yeah. I mean, we're all busy bees. So,
Hmm.
hey, if we schedule a follow up, Dustin, you ain't getting out of this one. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm proud of you, man. Don't.
We'll see what he's up to.
Yeah.
Get him on the
Watch
pod.
Dustin try. Yeah. Watch Dustin try to be like Google Doc exposing Robert. Just call me out on a podcast.
No, we'll take it to social media.
Yeah, it's canceling Robert right now. Done. His career's
No.
over. It's been nice knowing you.
Thank you
All
and good
right.
night. Yeah.
Thank you and good night. Yeah. Um yeah, that's the last bit of advice and yeah, I don't really think I have much else to say at this point. Would you like to do like because I usually do an outro for the show if that's something that you'd be interested in doing.
Sure. So I should just say something.
Yeah, you could say, my name is Kayla Temshiv. I've worked on blah projects, and this is Station Square Podcast with Robert Jackson and Kayla Temshiv, something like that.
Okay, cool.
Whenever you're
Um,
ready.
yeah. I'm Kayla Temshiv. I have two cats named Hamlet and Ponyo. I dub anime, I work in audio drama, and I had a great time talking with Robert Jackson on his podcast. I almost said Squarespace.
Station Square. No,
Station Square. And I think that will be a perfect and professional outro.
there we go. But yeah, any last final words or?
Nope, thanks for listening.
Yep, sounds fair. So yeah, check out her socials and check out my Solomon Shrine project, or just follow me on socials if you do that type of thing. But yeah, it's been really nice and a lot of fun. Just a couple of things to quickly plug in here. Definitely still support the video game strike for SAG-AFTRA,
Hmm.
and um, not sponsored. Every day you can feel like a winner at Dave and Buster's, so make sure to get your mug today.
This is the House of Stark from Game of Thrones. Also not
Nice.
sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, stay hydrated. That's super important. And I just realized I'm Spider-Man, so yeah, it's just this shirt that is kind of custom we made for my nephew.
The
So
birthday boy.
yeah, birthday boy. It was his birthday last year, and I decided to wear it for
That's awesome.
just to, you know, make him feel special if you ever sees this. So yeah.
Well,
And
get
also,
ready.
oh no, sorry. Continue.
I was gonna say, get ready to play for your
Play for
life.
your life. Look at me right here with my
Oh,
swagger.
here we go. Costume change.
Look at
Costume
me,
change. Now he's really in
professional. I'm
character.
awesome.
This is correct.
Yeah, so now I'm ready to play. Look at me here, dressed up, all cool and ready to go. This looks so freaking awkward, but yeah, thank you for watching us just goof around during this last section. And
Mhm.
yeah, be sure to watch Solomon Shrine later this summertime. And be sure to follow us on social media for updates and whatever happens in the foreseeable future. So,
Yeah.
anyways, this is Robert Jackson. This is Kayla Temshiv. Thank you for watching the Solomon Shrine podcast. And I'll see you all next time on the show. Play for your life. God bless. Live long and prosper. Peace, my homies.
Bye.
Bye.